Howdy, folks. When he was just a boy, he watched westerns with his dad. Those memories of his pa were the best he ever had. He longed for the life of the old west, out on his own and free. So he traded in his beat-up Pinto for a shiny new RV. He's John Wynabego. John Wynabego. He said this town just ain't the same no more, and the people here, they surely don't like me. So he's headed out west toward the sunset to find a place that he can still be free. The life of a cowboy on the road in his gas-guzzling steed. Traveling the land in search of souvenirs and helping folks in need. He's John Wynabego. John Wynabego. John Wynabego. John Wynabego. Wynabego Warrior, the tale of John Wynabego. When last we left our intrepid adventurer, he found himself in a heap of trouble. Someone had left the McCoys and the entire farming community of the Lonely Valley a hostile message. And the message was clear. Get out while you still can. Well, I'm here to tell you, those folks weren't going anywhere, all except Tractor Jack, who had decided enough time had passed since that morning's incident to safely go into town to pick up parts he needed to fix his mysteriously overturned tractor.
I think enough time has passed since this morning's incident to safely go into town to pick up parts I need to fix my mysteriously overturned tractor.
What made you think it was old Bessie that tipped over your tractor anyway?
Well, folks tip cows. Figured cows might tip tractors. You know, trying to get a little revenge. Or payback. I'm not exactly sure how a cow's mind works, John. Jeez, we ain't all got fancy liberal arts degrees and polo shirts.
Hey, what are you...
No, we are not doing this again. Now listen, Tractor Jack. I don't reckon it's such a good idea you going into town by yourself.
Well, he's gonna have to. I'm out. I can't take this no more. I'm gonna accept the Baron's offer while I still can. I'll be gone by tomorrow.
Don't leave, Pete. We can always buy you some more pigs and make more mud. Heck, I bet if you ask the folks here in this lonely valley, they'd be more than happy to give you any excess mud that they have. You see, Pete, this place strikes me as being more than a community. It seems more like a family. And when things get tough, family help each other out. Especially when one of those family members gets knocked down. The others rally to his side to help him back up. Come on, Pete. Let us help you get back up.
I understand what you're saying, John, and I appreciate what you're trying to do. You are a brave and handsome man. Perhaps with somebody like you around to inspire us, in these dark, foreboding times, we can get through this. Together as a family... Oh, look at that. The deal Baron's check cleared. See you, folks. I'm out of here. Woo-hoo!
Well, Tractor Jack, if you could wait just a little while, after we're done mending fences that were mysteriously cut in the middle of the night that led to the untimely death of poor Bessie, we'll all go into town together. It's almost time for the Independence Day festivities to start anyway.
I'll be all right. I ain't afraid of the deal Baron and his lackeys. After the way you all whooped them, no one is. They did this 'cause they're just trying to scare us. They can feel their already tenuous grip on this here lonely valley slipping even more. Besides, I've been drinking. Coffee. And now I'm wide awake, and I gotta go do something.
Well, take care, Tractor Jack. Don't go there looking for trouble, 'cause they're going to be looking to start it. Just do your business and be on your way.
Don't worry. I'll be quick and mind my own business. Be safe, Jack. I'll see you in town before too long. Goodbye, Axe.
Huh. Is that thunder? But I don't see a cloud in the sky.
Well, folks, that ripple effect is spreading once again. The McCoys now find themselves with one less ally in their struggle against the Deal Baron and his heavy-handed ways. Poor old Pig Slop Pete ain't so poor no more and has abandoned his friends. Nah, his family in their darkest hour, just to fatten his wallet. John and young Hatchet set about mending the destroyed fences, while Axe went into the barn to prepare old Bessie for the Independence Day celebration. That's right, the McCoys were bringing burgers. Meanwhile, Lizzie was rummaging around in the attic for, who knows, sometimes that woman keeps herself busy doing the strangest things. As usual, young Hatchet was full of life and questions, asking John over and over what he would have done if he had caught the folks that had cut the fence.
John, what would you have done if you had caught the folks that had cut the fence? I bet you would have whooped them good.
Well, Hatchet, I reckon I would have just asked them politely to use the gate.
John, you're just being modest. I bet you would have been like,
in case you fellers didn't know, there's a new sheriff in town, and that sheriff is me. And I don't take kindly to you folks cutting our fences and harming our livestock. Now, which one of you yeller-bellied fence-cutting livestock-harming scoundrels wants to get whipped first?
and they would have been all like, oh, we're sorry, Mr. Once Mysterious and Handsome Stranger, who we now know to address as John. We didn't think we'd be crossing paths with somebody as brave and handsome as you. Please forgive us, as we are unable, even as a unified group, to best you. We are most apologetic and wish no further dispute. And if it's all the same to you, we'll be on our way, kind sir. And thank you for not whooping us.
Oh, Hatchet, that sounds nothing like me. Well, that about does it. Let's take these tools back to the barn and see what your paw's up to.
Your modesty shall be your undoing, John. One day, you will have to realize that the man you were is not the man you are now. Embrace your newfound self, John, as we have.
Well, look at what I found. I was rummaging through the attic looking for who knows what. I find myself doing the strangest things to keep busy. Anyway, it's so hot out today, I found the smallest summer dress I could find. You know, it's so old, the material is so thin and frail. If I stand in the light the right way, well, you can see right through it. Do you see that, John? 'Cause I'm talking to you. Flirty hair toss.
My. Would you look at that, John? Now that is a fine-looking woman. I mean, really look. John, did you know that not only is today the celebration of the anniversary of this great land of ours, but it's also me and Lizzie's wedding anniversary. 15 years ago today, I gave up my independence, but nobody ever did it as willingly as me.
Oh, Axe, this is the moment that I have fallen back in love with you all over again. My wonderful, wonderful husband, whom I could not imagine my life without, and with whom I'm also certain that I will have many, many happy years ahead.
Where is that coming from? Congratulations, you two. You sure do make a fine pair.
Paul being all silent all the time, and Ma, well, you know how she is. You would figure one would balance out the other, but I can see no balance between them. Perhaps that is love, an unspoken bond between two people whose individual sums combine to create a whole.
Wow, that is pretty deep, son.
Oh, that's just a popular meme making the rounds on the Twitter. It just somehow seemed relevant to the matter at hand. Or maybe it was an ad for one of them dating sites. I can't remember.
Boys, it's about time we got going into town. Celebration's starting soon. Junior, run along to the barn with your pa and help him get the burgers for the cookout. It's kind of fitting, really. Oh, Bessie, why, she loved fireworks.
Well, it looks like the McCoys were bound and determined to make the best out of a bad situation. There ain't nothing like fireworks and fresh Bessie burgers on the 4th of July, but try as they might, the ripples had already started. Things were already set in motion. I mean, y'all heard all that ominous thunder earlier, right? Anyway, everyone ended up helping gather up the burgers. Bessie was a big girl, and there was a lot of her to go around. With newfound enthusiasm, John and the McCoys climb into the RV, fully packed up for their trip into town. And they'll get there right after John stops for gas.
Now that we're fully packed up for our trip into town, we'll get there right after I stop for gas. It seems like this morning's events are now just a distant memory. Poor Bessie.
Poor Bessie indeed. May she rest in delicious peace.
Has anyone heard from Tractor Jack? I sure hope he's all right. That was foolish of him to go into town alone.
Tractor Jack knows what he's doing. He's capable of looking out for himself. I imagine he's fine and will remain so. Besides, we'll be there soon.
Right after I stop for gas.
Ugh. And so it begins.
I'll be right back, folks. All right, we are ready to go to the Independence Day celebration that we've all been so eagerly awaiting.
It's about dang time. Wait, let me guess. We're gonna stop for lattes next. Then find ourselves embroiled in some sort of mischief that will inevitably lead to John participating in some pivotal life-defining moment as we bear witness, thus having the obvious effect of his actions delaying us even further.
Oh, a latte does sound nice. I've been craving one all morning. Do y'all mind if...
Don't worry about it, John. I looked on the community board online this morning. There's going to be an Under the Stars Buckaroo booth at the celebration. Ain't that nice?
That's great! Wait, if it's just a booth... Oh, I won't get to experience the cowboy-themed ambiance. The saloon doors, the friendly atmosphere, I just don't think it'll be the same.
Well, you could always buy your latte and go drink it in the actual saloon.
I don't know. I've heard those places can get pretty rough. Oh, look, we're here. I don't think anyone will mind if I take up these 10 parking spots.
John, we should park over there by those public park grills. We have a lot of burgers to carry all that way.
There's no need for that.
Look, John, there's all kinds of room over there by the grills to park. Now we're gonna have to carry poor Bessie all the way across the lot. Is this one of them tests of character, or is you just not right in the head on account of not having your morning latte? We can wait while you go get one. Heck, I'll go get one for you if it'll keep me from carrying poor Bessie all the way across the lot.
Oh, I would love a latte. Thanks, Hatchet. But before you go, watch what happens when I push this button on the side of my recreational vehicle. They call it that for a lot of reasons.
Holy transforming mobile residence! That's incredible! Is that a flat screen TV with surround sound? With a small couch and a mini fridge? Oh, and look, a whole mess of ordinary folding chairs. Enough for all manner of folk. It even comes complete with a canopy that unfolds with mosquito nets attached that provide not only shelter and shade, but comfort as well. Man, it's surprisingly spacious in here, but that's still...
Hold on. You haven't seen the best part yet.
Wow. That's beautiful.
No way! We'll have old Bessie cooked up in no time! Look at the size of that grill!
That grill is bigger than my old Pinto. You know, the one I traded in for this shiny new RV. Now, Hatchet, would you mind running along and getting me that latte?
You bet, John. I'll be right back. I hope you don't mind if I tell everyone I encounter along the way about your incredible transforming home and invite them to come have a look for themselves.
It didn't take long for John and the McCoys to get the grilling operation up and running. That machine sure is amazing. John soon got his latte, and a Whole heap of attention as a crowd began to form after hearing word from young Hatchet about John's amazing outdoor living space. Wouldn't you know it, before long, John's RV had become the epicenter of activity. It was getting so much attention, in fact, that the Independence Day celebration was moved to the parking lot instead of the park. Folks gathered round and celebrated their freedom, sitting comfortably in ordinary folding chairs and enjoying delicious Bessie burgers, accompanied by iced coffee and hazelnut mocha lattes, provided by Under the Stars Buckaroo, and John using his preferred customer card, which, by the way, he got double reward points for, just for being John. Indoors or outdoors, that sure was John's kind of place.
Indoors or outdoors, that sure is my kind of place.
We're a hit, John. They even moved the festivities to take advantage of our popularity. John, I want to apologize for my previous remarks concerning the absurdity of your mobile residence. This thing is awesome. At first it seemed unnatural, like it was some great beast, and you were living in its belly. But now I see it for what it truly is, a beautiful traveling home, complete with everything a man could ever want or need for life on the road.
Or the open trail.
I now understand the appeal and could picture myself happily residing in such a mobile palace, sharing your adventures alongside you, as I also independently grow to become my own man, with the help of your guidance and wisdom, naturally.
Don't be growing up too fast, Junior. You still got plenty of life left to live on the farm.
Junior, you're too young for such adventuring. You're still my little boy. You ain't going anywhere without your mother. And father.
Is it supposed to rain today?
Well, I certainly hope not. I mean, that would just ruin everything. I'm having such a wonderful time today. Besides, it would leave me vulnerable and exposed if my already nearly transparent dress were to become doused by a force of nature. Oh, John, what would you think of me if such a thing were to happen?
Oh, I've got some towels in the RV. Heck, I'd even let you wear my new Howdy Partner t-shirt.
Oh, my. You would offer me something that is so obviously dear to your heart. Oh, John, I don't know what to say.
Well, just say thank you if it comes to it, and we'll call it even.
Has anyone heard from Tractor Jack? I called him a half a dozen times and he ain't answering.
Well, I called him too, and left him a message. I haven't heard back either.
I heard some folks say they saw him earlier down at the saloon, sitting on a tractor tire, holding a box of various parts, having a drink.
Oh, my. Not the saloon. It was rough in there.
Axe, I reckon I ought to go get old Tractor Jack. You want to come with me? What do you say, partner?
Paul, can't you just wait a few minutes? The fireworks are about to start.
All right, Junior. We'll stay and watch with you for a few minutes.
All the townsfolk stood in awe, watching the bedazzling aerial display blossom to life in the night sky. It was a proper ending to the day's celebration, and an even better way to start the rest of the night, as the show began to wind down, after the big finish, of course. A less than authoritative voice who tried desperately to sound authoritative addressed the crowd over the loudspeaker, informing them that the festivities were over and it was time to go home.
All right, everyone, the festivities are over. It's time to go home. Thank you for coming.
That's all right, everyone. Now that we're done celebrating our independence, you all are invited back to our place to help us celebrate our 15th wedding anniversary.
Axe, what are you doing? We were planning on 20 people at our party, not 200. Excuse me, y'all. Yeah, I'm so very, very sorry. And also a little embarrassed, as much as we would love to have y'all back to our place for the party. We simply did not prepare to accommodate this many folks. I'm sorry, y'all.
Don't worry, Miss McCoy. Between all of us vendors, we can come up with enough food and drink to help y'all out.
Yeah, I don't mind pitching in. I don't think any of us vendors sold a dang thing.
Yeah, we ought to stand around eating your delicious Bessie burgers. I know I've got plenty of drinks, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic, that I can contribute. I'm sure between us three and the rest of the vendors who haven't spoken up yet, we can come up with plenty to help y'all out.
See there, Lizzie? Everything has worked out just fine. Oh, I was hoping it had passed. I sure hope it doesn't ruin our party. Well, let's get packed up and head on out.
Move along, people. The festivities have ended.
Excuse me, Mr. Event Coordinator. Would it be okay if Axe and I went down to the saloon to check on our friend? We just need to make sure he makes it home safely.
All of the local businesses closed when the fireworks started. Your friend wouldn't still be there anyway.
Well, I hope he's okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
The group loaded up into their various forms of transportation and formed the biggest wagon train this lonely valley had ever seen. Halfway there, John had to make a stop in a familiar place, and in doing so, held up 200 people worth of vehicles. Once they got back to the McCoy's place, in no time at all, with everyone pitching in to help, the anniversary party was in full swing. Everybody was in high spirits and had all but forgotten the less than subtle message that the Baron and his men had sent the people of the Lonely Valley that morning. Seems folks were just determined to have a good time. After everyone had eaten and the anniversary cake was served, it took a little prodding from John, but Axe took advantage of the momentary calm to announce that he needed to say a few words.
Excuse me, folks. I need to say a few words. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming. This is a very important day for us, and I'm glad you all could be here for it. Like I told my lovely wife earlier today, 15 years ago, I gave up my independence. But no one ever gave it up as willingly as I did. And from our union, of course, we were blessed with a son, and I couldn't be more proud of that boy. Not everyone is as fortunate as we are. Not everyone gets to meet their perfect match. And for that, we are grateful. More than anything, I just wanted my beautiful wife and my wonderful son to know that no matter what we face together, I will always love and cherish them more than anything in this world. Happy anniversary, Lizzie.
Oh, Axe, that was lovely. I love you too.
Just as Axe was kissing his lovely wife, he heard a familiar voice, coming from an unrecognizable bandaged face, informing the McCoys that he was sorry to interrupt, but he was here on urgent business.
I'm sorry to interrupt, McCoys, but I'm here on urgent business.
Dirty Steve? You just don't know when to leave well enough alone. In case you didn't notice, I'm holding a delicious hazelnut mocha latte. Did you come here to drink one, Dirty Steve? Or would you rather wear one?
Neither. I don't want no trouble from nobody. My blistered face is a reminder of the day I learned humility. I ain't in need of another lesson.
Then what do you want, Dirty Steve? You know you ain't welcome here.
I'm real sorry, folks. And before I go any further, I need to let y'all know I had nothing to do with this. And I'm real sorry I wasn't able to do nothing about it. And I will be forever haunted by what I saw.
Out with it, man. What are you talking about? Just get on with it already.
I'm sorry to have to tell y'all like this, but there ain't no other way to put it. Tractor Jack is dead.
Well, folks, looks like it was a day of tragedy after all. It would seem that the Baron and his men crossed a line, and now there was no turning back. Those little ripples have now become a full-blown tidal wave, and it's headed right for the McCoy farm. If Dirty Steve didn't kill Tractor Jack, then who did? And what will John do once he learns who it is? Find out in the next exciting episode of Wynabego Warrior, the tale of John Wynabego. Wynabego Warrior, the tale of John Wynabego, Eagle Screech, is an audio oblivious production, written and directed by Austin Beach and Scott Phillips, produced by Austin Beach, with music by Todd Freeze, sound effects by Austin Beach and freesound.org, starring Scott Phillips as Hatchet McCoy, Mike Jansen as Axe McCoy and Tractor Jack Johnson. Sarah Golding as Lizzie McCoy. Drew Profit as Dirty Steve Calloway and Vendor Number 2. Dane Leonardson as Big Slop Pete Jacobs. Jeremy Hennessy as Vendor Number 1 and Vendor Number 3. And Austin Beach as John Wynabego and me, your narrator. If you enjoy our show, head on over to iTunes and rate and review us. And if you really enjoy our show, consider supporting us at patreon.com/audiobliviousproductions. I reckon you may get to hear a few exclusive tales if you do. Thanks for listening.